Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Laura connecting the dots. Truth bombs. Okay, let's dive in. So I want to focus today on the concept of stress. All right. You need a little stress in your life. Exercise is a good stress. Taking care of life in general is a good stress, but absolutely things can become very overwhelming. If you ever feel like you're exhausted after you exercise, that is a red flag telling you that your autonomic nervous system cannot keep up with the demand. And the other demands that we have that our autonomic nervous system is going to care for is our body temperature. It is how we're going to be able to sleep, how we're going to be able to digest, how we're going to be able to relax and unwind. And all these things fall under that category of a typical stress response. Think of a stress response as an air conditioner. If I set my air conditioner at 70, if the room gets up to 71, the air conditioner should kick on and then drop the temperature in the room and then stop. If that doesn't do it in that kind of a pattern and it stays on and it stays on and it stays on, eventually what's going to happen to that air conditioning unit? It's going to break down. So think about stress impacting you on a chronic basis and what is it going to do to your body? When you have a stress response, while it is normal, if it goes into that chronic pattern, we are changing the blood flow to our gut. We're changing the blood flow to the front of our brain, known as the frontal lobe or executive function, our ability to reason and think and plan. We're changing the dynamics of paying attention to the central part of us, and everything is going out into our arms and our legs because your brain is saying, hey, there's a threat and I need to either fight or I need to run. Okay, so that's a basic response. Now I want to walk you back to the world of children. When you come into the world, that stress response is literally part of the driving of the birth process. It's known as the Moro reflex. That Moro reflex is going to activate three things in our central nervous system. The ability to wake up, our wake and sleep cycle. It's CO2 and O2, the balance of oxygen and CO2 in the body. And the third thing is the sympathetic nervous system. When you're born, it really slows everything down so that you can go through the transition of birth. But if that birth was interrupted, or if there was something that went on during your pregnancy that created any kind of trauma or fear response or uneasiness, I mean, the list is endless. Little babies can get stuck in either a fear paralysis kind of a pattern or an over-aroused kind of a pattern, meaning their system is just up all the time. This may be the little baby that can't sleep, is more like a catnapper. This is maybe the little baby with acid reflux. Now, there's so many more to that, but wonder if it stays that way for that child and nobody reverses that pattern. That means that child goes through all of their developmental windows under the influence of an imbalance in the stress response, in an imbalance in a fight or flight thought pattern. Everything gets changed. The gut maturation gets changed. The immune system gets changed. How the senses come on board, they get changed. And these children, they get locked in these patterns. This can go on. This can go on until you're in your teens or even your adulthood. And if we get stuck in these patterns, it is absolutely imperative that we get on the other side. Check out Connect My Brain and let us show you how we can get you to the other side.